I'll put up on LarryElder.com an article that I wrote for Front Page Mag, in which I talked about the 4-minute rant that Jesse Williams, the actor, engaged in at the BET Awards ceremony, in which he talked about how we've been, quote, looking at the data, close quote. And he says that the police have managed not to kill white people every day, but they're killing black people. Well, it turns out the police kill twice as many white people as they do black people, and they are, in fact, killing more than one white person, quote, every day, close quote. And I talk about the stats. I wrote another piece for Investors Business Daily and said, where are all the fact-checkers when we want them? How come they haven't fact-checked Jesse Williams' speech? So I have 2 articles specifically talking about the Black Lives Matter movement, and as well as a number of others, too. Just Google Larry Elder, Black Lives Matter. You'll find a number of articles. Also, I would recommend that you use the research that Heather McDonald has done as well. And also refer to the research project that the black economist at Harvard did named Roland Fryer, who assumed that after he did a study about use of force, especially deadly force against blacks, he was going to conclude that the police were disproportionately, unfairly, and unlawfully using deadly force against black people. He found the opposite. He found that the police were more hesitant, more reluctant to use deadly force against a black suspect, against a black suspect than a white suspect. So check all those things out. Those are facts. Even the Washington Post did an analysis of every single police shooting, and there were only 16 or 17 unarmed blacks that were shot. And unarmed does not mean not dangerous. It happens very, very rarely. Contrast the thousands of blacks that are killed by other blacks every single year. We don't seem to care too much about that. So those are the kinds of things that I would bring up. I would also bring up this.
But I don't challenge the patriotism of these players. What I'm questioning is whether what is being protested has some basis in reality. The players have said it's this increase in shootings by police of young black men that they're protesting. And while I would agree that there has been an increase in the coverage of these shootings, thanks mostly to social media, that's not the same thing as saying there's been an increase in the shootings. The data does not show that. Take New York City, where we are, for example. In 1971, cops shot 314 people in New York, 91 of them, or 93 of them fatally, I believe. Fast forward to 2015, they shot 23 people, 6 of them fatally. That's a 90% reduction in police shootings and police shooting fatalities over the past 4.5 decades. So the trend has been in the opposite direction. Nationwide, black men are about 70% less likely to be shot by cops than they were in the late 1960s. A black economist at Harvard, Roland Fryer, put out a study in 2016 that said black suspects are less likely than white suspects to be shot by police. So again, I'm challenging the narrative that they are protesting out there.
Rahm Emanuel, the mayor of Chicago, said the police in Chicago have rolled themselves up, quote, into a fetal position, close quote, for fear that they'll be falsely accused of racism. As a result, crime went up, and the people that were victimized were the very same people that Black Lives Matter claims that they care about. So not only is Colin Kaepernick wrong, not only is Jesse Williams wrong, but you are creating damage, causing damage, and wasting time and energy from the real problems. The real problems primarily are homes without fathers. What do you do when you have a community where a bunch of people are being raised without fathers? Flood that community with responsible adults to hopefully give them some kind of guidance. So the people that are concerned about what's going on in the inner city, the number 1 problem, number 2 problem, and number 3 problem, black kids raised without fathers, black kids raised without fathers, and by the way, black kids raised without fathers.